And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Almost ready to get underway. And today's starter, Grant Holmes. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boog, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Into center, and it falls. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now the number 2 hitter, Alex Call, checks over to first, back safely. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Liner, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
First and second, no outs. Now it's the rookie DH, Griffin Conine. And the righty deals. Hit in the air, center field. Thomas on his way over. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he makes it up to third with 1 away. And time now for the Marlins lineup. This team collectively, Chris, the bat-to-ball skills are outstanding. They lead the league in total hits coming in.
Yeah, Boog, I wouldn't want to be a pitcher who's got to face this lineup. I mean, every spot in the order, dangerous. Really professional hitters that walk to the dish. I mean, they just don't give away at bats. Ton of contact. You know, these fielders behind this pitcher, they better be on their toes because the ball is going to be in play a whole lot.
Yeah, when the ball is in play, at least from an up. And that one is lifted in the air. He's got it. Runner tags from third. Lay at the plate. Not in time. He's safe. And it's 1-0.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
So up next, Jesus Sanchez. This has been a career year for him when it comes to driving in runs. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And now 2 aboard. And now, Davison De Los Santos. Next offering is in for a strike.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in. You got to try to get another 1 or maybe 2.
Two outs. That one hammered center field. That's back. Hauls it in on the warning track. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Marlins 1, Guardians coming up. Back here with my pal Singy. On the hill and coming off a great start, Sandy Alcantara. What do you got on him, Chris?
Been a very solid pitcher throughout his career. ERA around 3.5. What I like is he competes, he stays in the game, and he gives his team an opportunity to win.
Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Myers. One away. Here's the Guardians lineup now. Already trailing by a run in this one. They'll be looking to get on the scoreboard early on as well.
Well, it's just the one run, so not too big a hill to climb. But, yeah, if they can answer back in this inning or at least in the next couple, that'll maybe settle everyone into this ball game, and that includes their own starter on the mound.
And now the right fielder, Will Brennan. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely, if he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But, yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
There's a strike, 95 of that
One ball.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a swing and a miss, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Second inning coming up from Progressive Field. It's the Marlins 1 and the Guardians nothing. Here in Cleveland, second inning set to go. Now the left fielder, Dane Myers.
Hey!
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Kwan heads after it. And out number 1 on the grab. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Agustin Ramirez. 1 out, bases empty. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And that's a double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Cody Morissette, the next up for the Marlins. Outside, and it's 2-1. That one the other way. Kwan makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Back to the top of the Miami order. And now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Alex Call, the next up for the Marlins. The next pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
This one in the air, center field. Thomas makes the grab, and that is that. Marlins strand a pair, but they still lead it 1-0. Bottom of the inning, and here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. And Singy, we already know he's going to finish the season with a new career high in home runs. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Kyle Manzardo now at the plate.
Let's go, Kyle.
Next
That's a
offering
ball.
is downstairs. On the ground, right side, Lopez. Over to first, and that quickly 2 away.
Batting 6, the designated hitter, Spencer.
And next is the designated hitter, Spencer Steer. Next offering is in for a strike.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. The Guardians go down in order, and it remains 1-0. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game, and the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
And that one hammered Thomas. Long run, and that one hops the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And the batter now, Connor Norby. Rip to short, jump throw to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first, and not every shortstop can even make that play.
First and second, no outs. Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Thomas makes the grab on the run.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Davison De Los Santos, the next up for the Marlins. Konai, the lead runner at second. Norby at first. One gone. Here's a high chopper. Ramirez. Throw, and it gets away. And he's going to make it up to second base, as that's a two-base error. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. 2 on, 1 out. Popped in the air. Left field. Brings it in with a nice running grab. 2 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And now Agustin Ramirez. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. 1 run is in. Now 2 runs score, and it's 4-0.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. So 2 down, and the batter will be the shortstop, Cody Morissette. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Dives, but it falls, and now it looks like extra bases. Across is the runner from first, and the lead is up to 5. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Grant Holmes won't go any further tonight, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Now on the bump, Joey Cantillo.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
So the batting order turns over. Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. And that's
2 balls,
outside.
1 strike.
Man at second. Out to short. Rocchio whips it to first. And they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. 4 runs in the inning, 4 hits, an error, and 1 left on base. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Marlins 5 and the Guardians nothing. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here's Brian Rocchio.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole.
Next pitch in for a strike. And the count 1-2. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Thomas on at first. Nobody out.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Angel Martinez digs in for the Guardians. 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him in the scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
And that misses. And the count 2-1. To the right side. Fires over to first. And that is that. One left for the Guardians. It's 5-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the center fielder, Alex Call. You think back to 2017, and Cleveland set a major league record. 22 consecutive wins they had. It was capped off with a 10-inning walk-off win. Pretty amazing streak and a big part of the history of this yard. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play. That was an impressive diving stop. Singy, let's dive into the numbers. Statcast, the symbol.
Yeah, Boog, a really good effort just to get his glove to the ball. He found a way to do it and just produce a strong throw as well. So that right there is a great play all the way around. Just really smooth.
So digging in, Griffin Conine.
8-2.
Boog, and I remember early in that season covering them and talking to their staff and players, and they didn't feel like they had really clicked yet. Now, when I went back to do some research, looking at metrics like base runs, I realized they weren't scoring runs at the rate in which the data was saying they should be at. So the numbers were saying it was just a matter of time until they would take off. Little did we know that it would convert into a 22-game winning streak, and it took the baseball world by storm.
I love when you talk nerd to me. 2 outs, base is empty. Connor Norby, the next to hit. Two down, nobody on. And that drops in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This one popped up. Rocchio. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. And the Marlins down quietly, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Back now at Progressive Field. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Now the number 2 hitter, Will Brennan. And he hits a ground ball right side. Steps on first for the out. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
Ramirez with some impressive production lately. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now batting, the catcher.
Bo Naylor at the plate now. There's a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ramirez, the base runner at first with 1 out. Next one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The kick in the pitch. Runner goes. Oh, great stop. Fires to first, and they get the out.
The first baseman, number 9, Kyle Manzardo.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Kyle Manzardo. Man on second, 2 down. Up the middle, Morissette. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Guardians lead 1. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And that is out of play. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Drilled out towards left center field. Thomas has a beat on it. He makes the grab. That's out number 2. Here's the left fielder, Dane Myers. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Marlins.
Here's the catcher to hit, Agustin Ramirez. Step off, throw to first, and he just got his hand in there. Ramirez with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
Hammered, base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. And at the plate for Miami, Cody Morissette. 2-1 now. Swing and a base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single. It's 6-0. So the lineup flips over, and here is Otto Lopez. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Tracks it down for the out. And that is that. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Marlins 6 and the Guardians nothing. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the DH, Spencer Steer. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And a good start to the inning. Here's Lane Thomas.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Nobody out. Runner at first. And ring him up, says Patrick Johnson. That's a strikeout.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
And a 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. The shortstop takes the ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
The batter, number 1.
Angel Martinez digs in for the Guardians.
Martinez.
Hit hard on the ground to short. They take the force out. That ends the inning. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Marlins 6 and the Guardians nothing. And we're back. And now the center fielder, Alex Call. Activity in the bullpen. Hunter Gaddis up and throwing. Sewald warming up as well. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Next is the designated hitter, Griffin Conine. All right, Singy, trivia time. Back when this ballpark opened, 1994, one future Hall of Famer hit the first triple in the park, and another hit the first homer by a Cleveland player. Think you know who they were?
Okay, I know that King Griffey Jr. hit the first triple here, but first homer for Cleveland. Give me a hint.
Switch hitter. That's all you're getting.
Oh, dude. Eddie Murray, no doubt.
Bam. Line drive, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Wow. So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
Man at first. Here's the third baseman, Connor Norby. And delivers outside. He swings and hits a fly ball center field, and that'll get down for a hit. And now 2 aboard. He's in there. Jesus Sanchez will hit next. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Ball, that's off the plate.
And there's a ball.
With a runner at third, this is who they want at the plate. He's so good at getting a run across in these situations.
Into left center for a base hit. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single. It's 7-0. In there safely. Runners on the corners with 1 gone. And now the first baseman, Davison De Los Santos. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 2. Out to center. Thomas under it. Makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. The throw's offline. He's safe. It's 8-0. Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Joey Cantillo departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. New pitcher now, Hunter Gaddis.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. Sanchez off of first with 2 away.
That's a ball.
That one outside. 3 balls and a strike. There's a strike.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Stays alive. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Chopped left side. Fires to first on the run, and that's a nice play to end the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Marlins 8 and the Guardians nothing. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia. Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Out to short. Morissette on the run. Throw to first. And it beats him. What a play. And up next for Cleveland, Will Brennan. And that clips the inside corner. And they'll do it again. On the ground at first, and foul ball. 1 down, base is empty. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So there it is. The crew chief has made the decision, and they're going to delay the game. The weather just too much to keep playing right now.
Well, hopefully the break isn't too long. I think this could pass through pretty quickly, Boog, but I'm no weatherman. I do know this. These pitchers want to be able to stay in the game, so we'll see.
Welcome back, and we have good news. The tarp is off the field, the weather is cleared, and we're about ready to resume play. Ronnie Enriquez, the new pitcher after a short delay, and we're ready to play ball. 2 down, base is empty. Now it's Jose Ramirez. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. On the ground, Lopez tosses to first, and Ramirez is set down. Guardians go down in order. Guardians fail to score, and they're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Back here in Cleveland, here's the catcher, Agustin Ramirez. And that one in the air center field. Thomas snags it. 1 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Cody Morissette. Swing and a ground ball. Rocchio fires to first in time.
The batter number 6, second baseman, Otto Lopez.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. This one in the air, right field. Brennan pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that's the third out. Here in Cleveland, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Bo Naylor. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of changeups. Probably won't see another one here.
Swing and a ball drilled center field. Hauls it in for the out.
The first baseman, number 9, Kyle.
And here's the first baseman, Kyle Manzardo. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Missed with a changeup. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him looking. That was pretty nasty.
This guy will throw any pitch at any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
2 down, base is empty. And next is the designated hitter, Spencer Steer. Two outs, base is empty.
That's ball 2.
Way
We got
high.
full count.
Chop to the right side. And that's foul. Line drive, base hit down the line. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, and he's out.
He's
Cut
out.
down, and that ends the inning. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. In the air, left side, Kwan under this one. 1 up, 1 down. And now the DH, Griffin Conine. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
And it's caught for the out.
The third baseman, number 1, Connor
2 outs, base is empty. And now here is Connor Norby. Fouls one off. 2-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second, and he's out. Knocked down, and that ends the inning. Calvin Fauché takes over on the mound.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
So man aboard. Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Struck him out looking. Went back to the sinker, and it was successful.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Digging in, Angel Martinez. Thomas over at second, 1 down. Line drive, and that's a base hit out of the left center field. Coming home, he will score, and it's an RBI single. It's 8-1.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Back to the top of the order, Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Fastball for a strike. 3-2 now. Man at first, 1 away. Grounder might be 2. The throw to second, and it's a double play to end the inning. But they push across 1 run on 2 base hits. No errors and no one left. Through 8 full, it's the Marlins 8 and the Guardians 1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Paul Sewald.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Swings over the top of that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And a ball and 2 strikes. Out towards right center field, Thomas. Calls it in, and there's one away.
Up next for the Marlins, the first baseman,
Davison De Los Santos getting ready to hit. Base is empty, one away here in the top of the ninth. And right back to the mound. Slinging it to first in time. Two down, base is empty. Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Thomas sizing this one up and makes the grab. And that'll do it. All set for the bottom of the ninth. So in now for Cleveland, Will Brennan. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cut out and miss, struck him out. One away.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boot, get back on track. His team needs him.
The Guardians with a lot of ground to make up. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now only 1 out remaining.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
And this one finishes with a final of 8-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.